It's going to be beautiful.
Oh, I can only imagine. One of the great fan bases in all of basketball. Change of location from their original intended spot on the piers, the spot known as Mission Bay, about a mile south.
And a new coach.
Yeah, that's right.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Kevin, during that last break, I heard the Warriors coach as he addressed his team. He told his guys to make sure they keep the pace fast, to get out and run each and every chance they get. He also brought up offensive rebounding as something that should be a priority, saying, quote, "Those are the battles we can and should win." Clearly some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris.
I think the game plan needs to change here, guys, if they're going to get out of the hole, because he is not helping their offense. Great pass to finish that break, uncontested.
Now Thompson. 16 points for him.
Well, and you look at the hurdles the Warriors have faced with their planned arena site on the piers. Political, bureaucrats, financial issues, and the cost of renovating the piers. But with their new site, those issues pretty much gone. Easy to see why they went in another direction.
San Antonio with the ball. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. Parker dishes to Leonard. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Drops in the layup for two. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
And for the Warriors, a new line called the Central Subway, under construction, is expected to have a stop a block away from the new arena, so really good public access when that happens. And that's really good to hear, especially for Oakland fans still hoping to attend the game.
Curry passes to Thompson. He dishes it to Lee. Tries from 10. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
David Lee, very light on his feet for a big man. He played tennis until age 12, and that may have contributed to his mobility, but he can really move around the floor for a big man.
And David Lee, tremendous feet and excellent hands for a big guy. Really good touch, catching and finishing around the rim. Either hand, he's really an adept finisher, whether off the pass or on an offensive rebound.
And for David Lee, Steve, not just valued by his team for his play on the court, but also his presence in the locker room.
Yeah, a good teammate. He makes a big difference in the community. Those things can really help and make a big contribution to team chemistry.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. This past offseason, the Spurs found themselves with a bit of wiggle room when it came to the salary cap.
For so long, Kevin, they've been able to only make moves through the draft, and with minor adjustments, they really do well, but the flexibility was new to them, and I'm sure they'll take full advantage of it.
Now, here's Green. 7 points in the game. Just 2 to shoot. The Warriors pull it in. Lee's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Parker against Curry. Pass to Thompson. Wide open look. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Thompson's got 18 points in the game.
Well, for the Spurs, who knows what the future holds. It's an aging team, but they do have some players to build around. And so they could have gone in any direction with their cap space.
Now here's Parker. He's got 6. Leonard kicks to Splitter. Parker against Curry. Parker's shot is off.
You know, with the Spurs and their offseason options, is actually going to get more flexible after the end of the 2015 season when they can practically build their entire team from scratch. Almost 0 salary commitments for them at the end of the 2015 season. No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
That's been so critical, Clark, because whenever they have gotten the ball into the paint, it's resulted in points, it seems like.
Here's Parker. Outside Leonard. They set the pick. Cannot hit. Excellent D here by Iguodala. Warriors trail by 9. Here's the pass to Curry. Lee, a screen on Green. In the corner, Iguodala with it. And the Warriors take on 2 more.
Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They sure are. That's 3 straight buckets that have come off of assists.
And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That foul gives him 4, so he's just 2 away from being Dairy Queen.
Matt Bonner, he's checked in for Splitter. Leonard with a screen on Curry. The drive by Green. Passes it to Leonard. It's stolen by Bogut. Thompson dishes to Curry. Puts up the baby hook. Here's Bogut. Duncan with some nice D.
He was right there, but the defensive pressure forced that miss.
Well contested. That really made it a tough shot.
He kicks it to Parker. Just 5 on the clock. Shot to end this full run, and so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Tony could well be the best point guard penetrator in the game. I mean, he's great at finding the seam and getting the ball up and off glass before the shot blocker can recover. And once the ball hits the glass and comes off, it's a no-touch zone for the defender.
And Parker, with the quickness to win that race to the rim, and then his great touch, able to use English or, just the spin on the ball to drop it in. Even when the defense gets there early, it seems like Parker's able to use that teardrop.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And for Parker now coming into his 30s, the question, how will his game, so based on speed, Clark, and elusiveness, how will it age?
Well, I think that's a fair question. His game is not as much athleticism as it is those attributes of speed and quickness and elusiveness. I think the elusiveness can hang around for a while. The speed will go. The fact he's improved as a jump shooter, I think will continue to allow him to be pretty good at getting to the rim. Yeah, that's got them over the limit, and it's still early. They have to play smart, or they could give up a lot of free throws.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for San Antonio.
Well, they're getting into the paint with their penetration, and it's really been key for this club.
They've consistently drilled the mid-range jumper tonight as well, which has forced the D to come out on it.
That free throw missing.
They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
Well, and to keep a lead like this, they should continue to attack the paint like they have been. Don't settle for jump shots. Find your way to the free throw line.
Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for the Spurs. Good on the second free throw. Well, everyone knew that the Warriors were going to be a team on the rise after their deep run in 2013. Steve, you saw it firsthand, and they climbed to the ranks of the best in the West in 2014.
Well, they didn't end up where many were, which would have been in the top 4 of the conference, but they were powerful at times and tough to stop. And in the West, they still finished 6. It just shows you the depth of the conference.
Warriors trail by 10. Iguodala, the pass to Curry. And it's been a while, but he finally gets one to go. Curry's got 9. The Spurs shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense.
And to be fair to the Warriors, 6th in the West is still a pretty significant accomplishment when you consider how many really good teams are out there in the Western Conference. A 50-win season is great, but when it only gets you the 6th seed, that's the problem.
And here's Bogut. Manu Ginobili getting his 3 to go. Lee sets a screen for Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Curry with the 3, and another 3 for Golden State.
And for the Warriors, yes, they finished 6th in the West last year, but they can compete with anyone in the conference with their shooting. In fact, they hit about 40% of their threes against Western Conference teams last year.
Now here's Parker. He's got 8. Duncan with a screen on Curry. In the corner, it's Ginobili. Iguodala with the steal. It's Thompson off the drive. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Thompson's got 4 points now in the quarter. Spurs leading by 6. Parker right side. Ginobili outside. Back to Parker. Just 5 to shoot. The shot no good.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
On the wing, it's Iguodala. Launches a 3, and another 3 for Golden State.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up.
Now here's Parker. Ginobili up top. Duncan kicks to Leonard. Shoots inside. The Warriors pull it in. On offense, here are the Warriors. They're on a 17-6 run. Curry dishes to Bogut. Feeds it to Thompson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. That one on Ginobili.
Well, Klay Thompson, the son of former #1 draft pick Michael Thompson, but totally different games. His father was a big man who kind of played inside. Klay, a swing man, just a knockdown shooter from deep.
And Klay's father, Michael, often his toughest critic, he tells Klay, post those smaller guards up and don't always fade away. I can hear him saying
my, that's why I'm laughing. Sounds just like Michael, who knew how to handle himself with his back to the goal as a college and pro standout himself.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Bogut. Draymond Green comes in for Lee. And it's Barnes in for Andre Iguodala. San Antonio also making some changes. Boris Diaz checked in for Duncan. Bellinelli comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Joseph in for Tony Parker.
People knew that he could shoot the ball coming out of college, but I don't think teams knew that Klay Thompson would develop into the dead-eye shooter that he's become. He is a flat-out laser, and he can go to get into zones where he just doesn't miss, whether he's open or well guarded.
Now here's Joseph. Dishes it to Ginobili. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Ginobili's got 5 points in the quarter.
Can't let him that close to the basket. It's almost a guaranteed finish when he gets into the paint.
And Steve, with Klay, you know not every team thought of him as an elite shooter, or he wouldn't have gone as late as he did in the draft. But with his size, he has incredible range, and that is proved to be a factor in his play.
Man, one thing he's been able to do this last season is find ways to quicken that release. So now he can get that 3 off in the blink of an eye. He's a big, strong kid and doesn't need much room at all to let it fly. So what an incredible weapon to have on offense. It's early, but you can already make a case for Curry as one of the best shooters of all time. Really, it's a combination of his ability to hit shots, but also his ability to create his own shot. Very rare to have both those abilities.
Free throw good by Curry. And if you do consider Curry to be the greatest shooter already, you're in good company. Last season, Kevin Durant Clark gave his opinion that Curry is already the best.
Yeah, you know, this is going to be debated by people for a long time, and I don't know where the answer is going to land. But Curry definitely is in the equation already with his resume and record-breaking three-point shooting.
And Joseph kicks to Ginobili. To the paint. Joseph with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. There's the screen. Ginobili attacking. He's got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in. Ginobili's got 7 now in this quarter.
They've been so efficient in the paint in this game. That's an area they've totally dominated.
You know, once they ID'd the edge they had inside, they just continued to attack.
Spates sets a screen. Back to Curry. Spates the pass to Green. Thompson for the triple. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Well, I love the fact that he's fighting hard on the boards, but, you know, you got